Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So what we have here today is probably the most striking van on our market today. What we have here is the 2022 Hyundai Staria GLS Plus 11-seater. Doesn't look like an Xenomorph alien of the Alien series. Don't mind that. And I mean, just look at it. This is probably one of the best looking and probably also one of the most popular vans already here in our market. Also, special thanks to Hyundai Show, Boulevard, Miss Anna, and Sir Leno for allowing me to walk around review the entire new lineup of Hyundais. The rest of them will come out very soon to my channel. What I'm not a big fan of with this Staria, I see why people choose the black one. The front camera here, I mean, it just sticks out. I just wish it was just flat, but the rest of it, yeah, I see why this was also dubbed the Tron alien van. I mean, just these lights, they look pretty insane. It's just this flat DRLs here, but your main headlights are actually down here. And yes, the turn signal lights are also down here. It could be an issue with visibility. Just in front, I have no complaints with the rear. And this also replaced the ever-popular Hyundai Grand Starex here. And being the Staria GLS Plus, you get 17-inch brakes at front. These are probably one of the biggest brakes I've seen on a van. Since this is a really heavy car, it weighs around, it's not quoted on the brochure. For the Commuter, the manuals, they weigh in at 1,990 kilograms. For the premium, the 7-seater one of this, that's around 2,390 kilograms. This one, there's no official figure, but more or less somewhere in between. And also, this is only a front-wheel drive version. But I think this will be the sweet spot of the range because it's the 11-seater model. Side profile looks also imposing compared to the previous Starex. And now here at the rear of the Hyundai Staria, there's matte black here and also probably the longest rear brake lights I've ever seen. There's a Staria designation here and also the 2.2-liter badge here. And this is also probably the biggest door I've ever seen on a van. Just look at this. Oh shit. Look at that opening. I mean, it's the size of me. Like, legit. It's the size of me. That's how tall this door is. So, open it up again. Yeah, as you can see, this is 11-seater. But, of course, you can fold them down if you want. And this is the funkiest thing as well. This is your space with the seats down. But if you want more space, you can just simply pull this lever up and push them forward or backwards. You can do it as well from the inside. So the biggest surprise with this Hyundai Staria is not just from the exterior, it's as well in the interior, which I will show you now. By the way, this door is really heavy as well. But it's not as heavy as you think, but you need a lot of force to do it. And also here in the interior, the door itself is pretty big. You have cubby spaces here in between your door handles. You can put your phone there, but I won't advise it. Also, you have your conventional window switches. And there's a nice texture as well here on the door. It looks like below the mouth of a whale. And then you have a massive cubby space and bottle holders on each side of the door. My water jug fits in there easily. And then going up here, yeah, it is a tall vehicle, but it's fine. And then shut the door. Wow, that sounds really thick. And also probably the best door tab I've heard in a van so far. And yes, visibility out front, it does look like an airplane. The visibility is excellent. The dashboard's pretty low so you can see out front. And also being that alien style look, you know where the hood is now. It's not like some of the common vans out there. This one, you'll know where the hood is since the dashboard is set really low. And also side mirrors are okay, not too wide, but it's pretty tall. But it's not in the way whatsoever because you're sitting up high anyways. And then yes, look at this interior, this cream interior. It is so nice to the touch and it's so soft. And then above here, you have two lights, a weird blank space, and then visor, vanity light with me. This is a long sun visor, but knowing a Hyundai, yeah boy, extend, good job. Oops. And then steering wheel, like most of the new Hyundais now, it is leather at least, but more on the durable side. And then you have your infotainment functions here on the left side, and then your cruise control functions on the right side. Being the GLS Plus a variant, you only get conventional cruise control. The top of the line 7-seater premium variant gets a smart stop and go cruise control function. So it's kind of like an adaptive cruise control. So that's a very good additional feature with Hyundai nowadays. Being the middle variant, you have blank buttons here on the left side, a lot of them. And then there's a weird cup holder there in front. It kind of fits my water jug but doesn't go all the way in. But it is a very weird position. Like, why would you put a water jug there if it's in the way? But I just realized when you sit down here, it's blocking the A-pillar only, so it doesn't get in the way too much. But it will be kind of distracting since you see your water sloshing around. And also, there's 2 glove boxes here in front, even in front of the digital cluster. You can put your phone there if you want, but I won't advise it. I mean, for your maps, if in case this infotainment system doesn't work, at least there's a place there. And there's another one here in the middle as well. And then glove box is probably the smallest I've ever seen, but it is really, really deep. It's just a narrow opening. And then here in the center console, you have your engine start-stop button. It is chrome and probably the biggest hazard button I've ever seen. And then below that, there's one blank button. You have your infotainment system that supports Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. There's a lot of blank buttons, but I like where they're positioned. It's in the outer side of the button, so all of your functioning buttons are here in the middle. So that's a nice touch actually. And then further down below, you have cubby spaces and a wireless charging pad. Fits my phone, but doesn't support wireless charging. And then even further down below, you have 2 USB ports, one 12-volt socket, another cubby space, and probably place for your water jug. My water jug also fits there perfectly. And the gear lever, there's also nice chrome around it. And yes, you can sit 3 people here in front. If you don't want and have a party with someone here beside you, you can just simply act this middle seat as a central armrest. There's a lot of quirks with it. You have 2 cubby spaces with feature phone, and another for bigger cubby space here, and then you have 2 cup holders. They fit my water jug. So that's a very handy feature with vans. It's also a common thing with vans as well. So that's about here in front. Compared with the Grand Starex, my uncles had one of these before, the Grand Starex. This is a massive improvement from before. I do like the interior where I'm seated as well, being the GLS Plus variant. So with that, I'll show you the second, third, fourth row. Yes, being an 11-seater, there's a lot of seats here. Wait, before we go to the second row, don't start it. Ah! Okay, the speaker sounds really, really good. And then here's your infotainment system. Okay, there's a nice hum to it. So the infotainment system is really crisp. Look at that. That's a massive improvement from before. If any Hyundai's had it, no offense. Yeah, and you can see there's Bluetooth connectivity as well, despite you already having Android Auto and Apple CarPlay as well. So that's very good. Oh yeah. Vehicle will be turned on. So, how to open that? I had to press this again. I thought it was about to turn off. But at least here's the supervision display now. Look at that. That actually looks sick. I mean, from here, look. Since we're here as well, look at the visibility. It's not in the way that much. And what I mean with my water jug, I put it here, but it's not in the way since there's a massive A-pillar anyway. But although this does not make sense for me, this corner window, I mean, from here, look where I'm seated, you can't see that much. So just something I noticed only. I do like this though, the supervision display. That's a very nice new feature with most of the Hyundais, I assume, the Creta and the new Tucson as well. Just noticed now as well, when you open this door, of course, to go to the rest of the seats here, there's an LED light somewhere here as well. It just turned off sadly. So here, the rest of the seats of the Hyundai Staria. And as you can see, this door is massive. There's also a nice chrome on it. And then also, like in front, the texture there on the door looks like a whale's mouth. I have a longer cubby space now with a cup holder. My watch jug still fits surprisingly, and then sounds pretty good as well. And this is probably the largest sunshade cover I've ever seen. Look at that. Yeah, that's better. And also, like in front, you have also still have the cream seats with the rest of the seats also, by the way. And then you have 2 USB ports right there in the middle. Also, the grab handle to go in here is also cream. That's a nice touch. Your air conditioning controls are weirdly on the right side only, but at least there is. No central armrest here, sadly. Making sure, yeah, there's no cup holder here in the back. And then space here is pretty insane. Feet room, knee room, and my headroom. Look at that. Absolutely massive. And then here's to open the windows. Ah, that's better, yeah. And then surprisingly, the third row, there are captain style seats with armrest as well. And then in the fourth row, you still have a lot of space in the back. Now you have one USB port on each side of the C-pillar, and then on each side as well, you have two cup holders and a cubby space. Sadly, my water jug does not fit, and another sunshade that is pretty big. This is the surprise for me. Usually, when you're in the third and fourth row of a van, you cannot open the windows anymore, but this one you can. I mean sideways, but at least you can open it in case you're just claustrophobic. And then yeah, everything here as well, the windows are massive. Like there's so much light going in. So yeah, that's about here in the interior of the all-new Hyundai Staria GLS Plus. I'll show you a very big improvement. Its engine. Thank you. So this is the engine of the all-new Hyundai Staria. It's a 2.2-liter turbocharged diesel engine that produces 177 horsepower and 431 Newton meters of torque. This GLS Plus variant and the premium, the top-of-the-line version, is mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. You can get manuals, by the way, with the Commuter variant and the Cargo variant. This may be irrelevant, but I found the figures anyway. For the top-of-the-line premium variant, the 0 to 100 km/h time is 13.5 seconds. This one, the GLS Plus variant, is 12.4 seconds, and weirdly for the manual transmission ones, their time is now 12.5 seconds. So this GLS Plus is the fastest of them all, weirdly enough. So sadly, this is as far as I go. I'm hoping to do a drive impressions very soon. I mean, with the rest as well. These are only walk-around reviews, by the way. See you soon with the Creta and the Tucson walk-around review. Hope you guys like and subscribe, and I will see you with more future car reviews. Bye-bye.